Hi, I'm Paul. I drink hipster Coke. I'm wearing hipster hat and drinking hipster Coke.
Sponsored by Curiosity Cola. Not really.
I'm trying to send a message that I'm the young one of the gang.
Hey, welcome to Heroes House. I'm Paul.
And I'm Patrick.
And we're going to be talking about the spoiler.
The spoiler, a modern phenomenon. Well, how modern a phenomenon, I wonder, actually, is it?
Well, which is, we actually found out from some of our research that the first spoiler alert kind of thing was done in 1952 about a film called, what was it called again?
It's called Witness for the Prosecution.
Witness for the Prosecution, which had a fantastic ending, so much so that just before the credits rolled, so between that, ending scene and the darkness kind of part, a disembodied voice came over and told people to hopefully not ruin the ending and let other people enjoy the ending.
Respect other patrons and do not tell them the surprise ending to this movie.
Yeah.
Or something to that effect. And I want to give Paul credit because I actually didn't. He's crediting us with research. Paul found that out, and when you told me, I was like, really? 1952? I was like, yeah, we looked up the name. 1952.
Yeah.
So I guess, and the great thing about that is that was preemptive.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that somebody had spoiled, it's that somebody made a movie, thought their ending was brilliant, and maybe somebody else had seen a cut of it and then started telling other people on the lot, spoiling it, and somebody's like, oh, we got to get this under control when we do a final release.
Pretty much. So yeah, today's episode is going to be about the rise of the spoiler. Are you in the camp of I don't want to hear any of your shit, or are you in the camp of I need to get as much information as I possibly can and scream at the top of my lungs that I know it?
Yeah, and are you that other group that just wants to spoil for everybody else? The ones that want not only to know but to make sure everybody else knows, because that's a subgroup that I'm not particularly a big fan of.
Yeah, no, those trolls can.
Yeah.
So which is Patrick.
Yes.
If you were to go back in time,
Mm-hmm.
when was possibly the first time that you ever either experienced a spoiler or heard of a spoiler?
I honestly don't know. The honest answer is I'm not sure, but my gut feeling is around the end of the 90s sometime, maybe start of the 2000s. I'm thinking it was possibly Usual Suspects.
You think it was Usual Suspects?
Possibly around then is maybe the first time I heard, because there was a lot of hype about the ending. Yeah,
of course.
Which, by the way, I saw coming before the reveal, but not very long, and didn't ruin the film in any way. But I had that moment at the cinema of, oh, and then they did it, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, yeah.
That's a really good catch.
Which, to be fair, great film. Hard to talk about and think about now, thanks to its asshole director. So Bryan Singer, I hope I never see you again. But I don't know if spoiler was what was the word used. I don't know if spoiler made it into the lexicon then.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was definitely when I remember people going, oh, don't tell people the ending. But I don't know if spoiler had been coined. When was it for you?
It was probably Sixth Sense. That's when I heard about it the first around that time, which is around the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think you're probably right that's when the word became like commonly used. I think you're probably right.
Or at least the whole action of talking about the ending of films and trying to actively ruin them.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. By the way, in this thing that we are talking about spoilers, we are also going to try and not spoil any of the movies that we are talking about.
Yes.
But if we do...
spoiler warning. Hey, on brand.
Which is, so yeah, we're going to try not to spoil anything that we're talking about, but yeah.
And actually, there's a phrase. So spoiler warning is really where that phrase has come to. Like, as in, spoilers, that's, the idea. But spoiler warning is really the last kind of 10, 15 years of, my God, you should have used the spoiler warning, or people making videos or doing whatever, going, spoiler warning, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's come to embody the dynamic that we're talking about of the two camps. There are people who want someone to say spoiler warning so that they can go away. And then there are the people who are, they were like, haha, no spoiler warning today.
They catch it.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that we're talking about this is because as we get closer to Endgame and after Captain Marvel, which we've been seeing a lot more kind of YouTube videos of the theories and leaked footage and leaked storylines and everything like that. So it kind of got us interesting because I think in certain aspects, for me anyway, is that I will very much. There are some films that I will actively try to find information about,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's some films that I'm like, no, I will not actively try to find any kind of information, and I will make up my own theories of the information that I have from past films. So
I'm kind of the same. But I guess is there what defines what what will put a film in one category or the other for you, of one that you want to know or one that you don't want to know?
I guess it's more for Marvel films. I'm more kind of invested in them again because
and it's a long franchise of connected things.
So like I think it's a feeling more than anything else, because I think like there's certain films that I'll see the trailer for, and I'll be just like, right, that's me done. I've seen the first trailer, gotten enough from it, gonna start like making up my own ideas about it, not reading up anything about it. And then there's other films where I see the trailer and I go, well, that's just piqued my interest enough that I'm going to start having to look into this.
I get you. I guess for me, it's very, very similar, with maybe one slight difference in that I just because we were talking about this, it made me think about it. I specifically do not try and spoil movies for myself. So I will watch official trailers. I'll read headlines or read titles of videos and know whether or not I want to click on them. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, crazy theory blows something up, okay. Maybe that's crazy theory territory, not necessarily spoiler, so I can take a chance on that. But it's way, way earlier is where I actually start seeking information. If you're making a movie, and I know a movie's coming up, but it hasn't gone into production yet, and people are talking about it and talking about, will they go down this route, or who will be cast as that, or whatever else, that could technically contain spoilers, because it could contain plot points and things like that. But because it hasn't started being made yet, I'm like, I'm kind of more into the, what's this going to end up being like? Then once they start making it, I'm like, I'm reading nothing and looking at nothing except official trailers so that I can go to the movie and see it fresh.
Yeah, I definitely get what you're talking about. Yeah, no, it does. Because I think when, as you said, they're in pre-production kind of thing, I think especially if it's like a Marvel film or like a making of a comic book or a book or something like that you like so much, and you can see maybe the avenues of which plot lines they're going to go down and stuff like that. Because before pre-production, you have so much there. You have so many threads of a plot that they can go down to. It's a fun exercise to be like, especially as we would consider ourselves kind of as more writer types.
Yeah, and there is that nerdy kind of thinking, like the studio side of it, going, I see. So they've cast them, right? So that's maybe the direction they're taking with this, or this is going to be a bit of a different take on what I thought it was going to be. And that doesn't just apply to comic related franchises or anything like that. Just in general stories. If you've ever even heard of a movie, there's going to be a movie about X, Y, or Z, whatever plot you've been told or outline you've been told. Once you start hearing things like casting choices or locations and things like that, you can start mentally building up. And you touched on it earlier. It's that fun thing of guessing or making up your own theories as to what it might be. But I only want to do that early enough that I know I'm just shooting in the dark a little bit. I don't want to do it towards the very end where I'm like, I'm now using other people's information to inform my opinion so much that my theories are probably going to be right and they're based on everybody else's spoiler knowledge.
No, I do get you because if you come up with a theory and you think that's a unique theory, I don't think anyone's going to have that take, and you see a video with the same theory, have you been tempted in clicking on it? Oh
yeah, for sure. And I have, and again, it depends how invested I am, because some things I will be on that fence of, you know what, I'm more curious right now, because particularly films that I'm not that excited for, where I think they're going to be a mess, I might be a bit more curious and just go, all right, so what do people think this is going to be? And that sort of level where I know I'm going to go and watch it, but I'm not going to be too bothered if I didn't get the maximum experience because I'm expecting it to be mediocre.
Okay.
That hasn't really applied to any of the Marvel films, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It really is down to film by film as to where my line is.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. Though, since we both agree that we watched the first trailer of a film, how do you feel if there's a possible like the Terminator the Terminator effect, or
The
the
famous
Terminator.
Terminator 2 trailer, which
Yeah.
if you watch our previous videos, you'll know Paul has an extreme issue with the original Terminator 2 trailer giving away the entire plot practically, which it did.
Yeah.
And the big twist of who's who.
Yeah, that's my thing. Because I was actually talking to someone recently, and they said that they didn't watch the trailer, and they haven't watched the film, and they didn't. No one talked about it. So when they got to that point, they got a real big shock about it, which is
great.
Which is great, because I actually got to have the conversation about how much better the film was to a person who did not know that was happening.
I would have preferred not to have known before going in also.
I think it would have been good, yeah. But if that happens within a trailer the first time you watch a film, does that put you off trying to find out more, or does that actually engage you more in kind of going, well, they kind of gave the twist away in the trailer, I'm going to now...
No, I'll be honest, I run away from it all a little bit further at that point, because I'm like, this could be a misdirect in the trailer. You know, the modern thing of cutting footage into trailers, either just for effect or specifically to throw people off the scent.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just take it as something like that. If there's a huge plot point where I'm like, really, they just gave that away in the trailer? That seems weird. I'll always kind of go, okay, you know what? I'm just treating that as the trailer. I'm not going to go looking into this, because while looking into this, it could spill all the beans.
Yeah, you could go down that spiral of, I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah.
I know what, yeah. So,
and then you go in knowing exactly what film you're about to see, and you have no surprise.
Yeah, there's no real point in kind of...
Well, here's a question for you though. In the real world of spoilers, so you can be spoiled by watching stuff online, or choosing to click on an article or not. But then there's real world spoilers where you don't necessarily have a choice, where someone runs up to you and goes, blah blah blah. Thanos is actually a grape. Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
More raisin than grape, but you've got no choice in a lot of cases like that. Have you had that experience where someone's just tried to ruin something or accidentally said it on a bus?
Yeah, I've got it on social media a couple of times,
really?
where I've been reading through a Facebook my Facebook feed or on Twitter or something like that, and someone who I either follow or are friends with have gone, oh yeah, I went to this film and it was really good and this was great and blah 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 blah, and you're just like, dude, come on. Also, half the people because you literally went to the midnight showing, and you're now talking about the film, and you're talking about the film at 3 a.m. when no one has a chance, because people are going to see that the first when they wake up and they
exactly.
check
Yeah. They know what they're doing, but we both know why. Those people are doing it to go, I know something you don't know. Look how much I know that you didn't know.
Yeah, which I think is the new rise of that part.
Yeah.
It's a lot more kind of I want to show you that I know more information about this stuff, so I can feel... It's the rise of the in the know crowd.
Yeah. The idea that there's more joy to be had out of looking cool and having the knowledge than there is actually enjoying the film or being part of the process of going, that movie was great, you can enjoy it. Once you've enjoyed it, we'll talk about it or do whatever. I'll give a reasonable amount of time, XYZ, whatever it might be. I think you're right. There's now a culture of, well, this is more about me, and I can be, look what I can know, look what I know, look what I can tell you, look at the power and the genius that I have, when there isn't really anything impressive about it at all. So, God, I hope I'm not insulting half of the audience.
Well, because we also want to express the fact that there's two versions of essentially, because I know that we're an entertainment YouTube channel where we're discussing the entertainment industry, and eventually, hopefully, the bigger we get, the more kind of access we'll get.
We'll spoil the shit out of everything.
But well, I don't. Yeah, I think we'll try to take an active role, and the fact is that we'll be like, that's a spoiler, so we will do that in a separate video and warn you completely about, because we have theories about a lot of movies that we watch, or a lot of movies that we're going to watch,
and some theories that we specifically haven't said on, we don't have a huge following right now, but we don't want to ruin this for anybody. It's not about how many people, it's about just having a little bit of respect for the film and its audience, no matter how big or small that is. There are things that we have consciously left out, and we've talked about it in the past. And I think that it's only right if you kind of respect the art form.
Yeah.
Because it's storytelling, and you don't want someone to know something important about the story before they get to hear it themselves.
No, we will probably start to do more and more videos and stuff like that, maybe giving you a little bit more information that we found and stuff like that. but we will honestly try to, warn you
Yeah.
beforehand. We won't just drop it into the middle of something. And we, because I know we have in the past, and we've then gone, oh, spoiler warning, by the way. But we're going to try and take a more active role in kind of going, by the way, there is a spoiler.
We have been getting much, much better, and we are much more conscious of it. So you are going to see whatever spoiler warning font we pick.
Yeah.
You'll see it pop up. But you know what? I think it's about time we talked about the obvious best thing about spoilers is when they're completely accidental or unintentional. And my favorite thing in the world when it comes to how you can spoil a movie is we've all seen those lost in translation kind of things where a movie title is translated very badly in another region or another country. And my favorite example of that is The Sixth Sense, which you brought up.
We do have to, because once again, as our like responsibility, this is a spoiler if you haven't seen Sixth Sense,
I'm going to call enough time on The Sixth Sense.
That's another part of the conversation we're going to have. So
we'll come back to the when's too soon. Too soon? Hashtag too soon. If you ever get a chance to see, just Google this because it is real and I'm not making it up. In, I believe it was Japan.
No, it's China.
China. Was it China? The film The Sixth Sense was retitled as He's a Ghost, which I think is just beautiful.
How much more can you... You can't say much more than that.
Well, it's like if you call The Usual Suspects, Kevin Spacey betrays everyone, or Kevin is Kaiser, or, Spacey Soze. It's just, I don't know how much more on the nose that could have been to give away the whole film in so few words.
Yeah.
Like Sixth Sense, He's a Ghost is brilliant.
Yeah. No, it is a weird one to have. Especially like I don't understand with who decided that. Who decided to translate the name into that?
I don't know, but I hope they're living it down right now. I hope nobody's letting them forget. So
on to something that we were just chatting there. When is the statute of limitations on a spoiler?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say depends on how popular the film is, and I'll make sense of that very, very quickly. If it's something like The Sixth Sense that is so much part of pop culture, and the fact that he's a ghost is so well known, that happens faster for a film like that. So I think you're talking a year, whatever it might be, because so many people have seen it. I think for small films that people are going, oh, you know what you should see? You should see this film that not that many people have seen. Oh, by the way, your man's a ghost the entire time. You're like, no, there is no statute of limitations on that. You should never spoil an indie film that you're telling people, oh, you'd really see it. Because that film's also about them all being robots in the end. You're like, oh, Jesus, man, don't do that.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So that's... what's your there's
no spoilers, there's no statute of limitations,
so forever
don't.
Oh no,
I know that my way is very much unpoliceable.
Well,
it's just the fact is that I'm very much the same. I'm very much I like stories and stuff like that, and I don't want any story especially if it's good.
True, but it means that you could never talk about so you're just saying you should always, if we're bringing up The Sixth Sense, we should always say spoiler warning just in case. Okay. Well,
obviously,
fair enough.
Obviously, I don't live in a a practical world, but I just there's just, to me, it's if there is a generation of people who haven't seen The Sixth Sense and all they know about it is the fact is that there's a huge big spoiler thing about the ending.
Yeah.
To me, it's just like, they'll never get to watch that film and have that moment.
I get that. It's just, once something's been out for long enough and so many people have seen it, the chance of the world having spoiled it is so high.
Oh, yeah.
The reason you're probably going to want to talk about The Sixth Sense is because of its twist, let's say.
Oh, yeah, no,
but
definitely.
I respect your principle. I don't know if I'd be able to execute it quite
no.
well.
As in, I definitely am just like, I really hate spoiling people without any kind of spoiling warning or anything like that, giving people the chance to go skip 40 seconds ahead and you're fine, which could on any film. but I know for a fact that it is completely practical in today's ways of doing this.
It's true, that's true. But even in conversation, I guess I would have to wonder where I would go. Yeah, well, I guess in conversation directly with someone, you can go, "Have you seen it?"
Yeah,
and if somebody hasn't, then you know not to give away something,
yeah.
or you can say to them, is it okay if I tell you what happened, or are you going to see it, or are you going to watch it? Like we've had that conversation. There's so many films that sometimes would be like, well, do you want me to tell you? Are you going to see it? I was like, no, I might see it for like 4 years, so I've forgotten by then anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in face-to-face or direct communication, I think it's very reasonable to live by that rule. I think in making a YouTube channel about movies and entertainment, I'm worried that we'll slip too often.
No, I don't. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. I'll try to keep us in. I know.
Yeah, I know you
it's
police,
not gonna,
police
it's not,
our shit.
As I said, it's not really going to work well because we have to talk about this kind of stuff.
Well, if you can just play a really long beep now, I am going to take one massive intake of breath and spoil as many films consecutively as I can. Okay, so Bruce Willis has got no. The shark wasn't real in Jaws. Quint doesn't make it.
Interesting thing about the Jaws, who was named after one of the producers. Because,
Bruce, yeah, Bruce, yeah,
and the reason that it was called after Bruce,
because Bruce was pain in the ass that never worked. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah, God, that's good.
The animatronic didn't fucking work, so they named it after Bruce, who was a producer, who also didn't fucking work.
Yeah. Which, because there's so many little anecdotes from Jaws, we should do a whole breakdown of did you know Jaws? Because it has a book this wide on it.
I would love to do an Aliens or Alien one as well.
That's true, actually. Yeah,
I got a lot of trivia about that. But yeah, so which could, yeah, for example, just to give you a little quip of some stuff, we were planning to do this this video probably a couple of days, and as I was in the supermarket picking up lunch, someone started spoiling Captain America right behind me. Now, luckily I had seen the film and I'm perfectly, I was also trying to tone the guy out, but the man in front of me turned around to him and went, "Hey buddy, I haven't seen the film yet, could you not say anything?"
Knock it off, yeah.
But it was such a interesting moment in life, where I was just like, we should do that spoiler video.
Yeah, it was a good inspiration for this video.
And then it was perfect.
That's a great example of that real world thing where it can get forced on you. That is unavoidable. If you were sitting there and somebody walks onto a bus or into the room and goes, "Oh yeah," and then blah blah blah, and it's like, "Oh, I can't unhear it. That's it.
Yeah,
it's done."
Like when me and my girlfriend have watched a film, when we're getting on the bus, I'm very much just like, we can't talk about it. We have to wait until we get home to continue on.
We can talk in code, you know, when the thing happens,
or we have to be like 4 seats away from everybody, kind of thing. I just you know what, I respect your resolve on it, because I do feel that way. I'm maybe just a little bit loose sometimes, and I'm saying that because I know I'm, of the two of us, I'm the one that in our past videos has maybe dropped in a few more things and then thought, actually, spoiler shit. But yeah, no, I think going forward, I'm probably going to tighten that up, because I've really enjoyed this as a topic. I think it was good. I think it was a fun one.
Yeah. I'd be really interested to see what everybody out there thinks of spoiler culture, or whatever phrase you want to kind of put on it. Are you, are you one of the people, and there's nothing wrong with being a person that goes out and tries to find as much as possible. The only people that I'm giving out about are the ones that try and spoil for others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're into finding out, let us know. If you're one of those people that's like, I don't want to even see the trailer, I just want to go opening night or whatever night I go to the cinema, I don't even want to know who's in the damn film until I see it, and then I want to be, fresh. So yeah, let us know which end of that bench you're on. And
also another piece of commentary. Let us know if there's been a movie that has been spoiled on you, which goes either on purpose or by accident. Tell us the story.
Yeah, and to finish out, I'm going to spoil our next few YouTube videos that we're doing. They're all going to involve me starting out or you starting out saying, "Hey everybody, welcome to Hearsay," and they will all end with, "Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment." We're going to do a video on why we ask for that every time. Trust us, we're not doing it because we're making millions at this. I think you might be surprised at just how much more access to things you have when you have more subscribers. Just as far as YouTube goodies and toys go. I
just want that URL. I want to change the URL from YouTube a whole bunch of numbers and letters, and I just want to change that to Hero Safe.
Yeah.
If we get to that goal.
Yeah. So if you can, drop a subscribe for us. We'll catch you next time. I've been Patrick.
And I've been Paul. And we've been Hero Safe.
And like share.
So which was I was looking up like how much we're estimated to make.
Oh, brilliant.
And it's like,
are we rich yet?
Every month we're meant to make like $9 to $60 a month.
And this is on the hypothetical if we were monetized.
Well, yeah. But it's weird. No, it's
because like we don't get that.
No, we don't. Yeah. We don't get. And then the month thing was like, $500 or something like that in houses. Or the year thing was like, $500 to like I think 1,000, and I was just like, God, I wish I was making that money.
Yeah.
Just because we can put it back into the channel and get some more stuff.
2 ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we could actually buy new Post-its.